modalities movement therapy sessions. Today we're going to be focusing on standing up and resetting. So we need either a broomstick, or you can use a light weighted bar that you put the weights onto, but obviously remove the weights. We need a light bar that we can use to just move and stretch and actually massage a few areas of the body. We want to get out of that sitting posture, and we want to really focus on opening up, stretching the chest and those pectoral muscles, and activating those back arm line muscles, those rhomboids. Please don't forget some water, and we'll begin in standing. We're going to take one foot onto the bar or the broomstick, and you're going to roll along the sole of the foot from the toes. Probably find it becomes quite sensitive over the arch of the foot to the heel. Move back and forth. While you're doing this, I want you to focus on a nice deep diaphragmatic breath, just calming the body and bringing you into a nice relaxed state that you can just focus on releasing the areas of the body and getting as much movement into the body as possible. Let's take the other foot onto the bar and do the same thing from the toes all the way to the heel. So keep the bar quite close to your other foot so you can control the movement and put a nice amount of weight into that bar. Keep focusing on the breathing in and out through the nose. Nice deep pressure there into the arch of the foot especially. You'll probably find that's a sensitive area. Usually one side differs to the other, probably more sensitive on one side than the other. Let's now bring the toes onto the bar, and you're going to slowly inch the feet one at a time over the bar. And again, you'll probably find it's very sensitive towards the back of the arch of the foot. The plantar fascia right in the arch of the foot. Bring the bar right to the heels, and now move the heels back over the bar and reverse the movement. We're going to go back over again, walking nice and slowly. So you want to cover the sole of the foot. So just inch your foot forward. Now I want you to finish with the bar resting, or the feet resting just at the back of the arch of the foot. So you want the bar along this area of the foot. And I want you to just relax the toes, so don't let them bunch up. And you're going to circle the ankles. So moving in a little rotational movement. So getting that amount of mobility. Often we have a lack of mobility in the ankle, around the ankle bones. So I want you to focus on getting a little bit of movement into this area. Just circling in opposite directions. So imagine you drawing a circle with those ankle bones. Move them and now rock a little bit in and out, in and out. So getting that mobility around the ankle bones. I want you to walk back again so that the toes wrap around the bar. And just nice and slowly make sure the glutes are activating to help you lift and lower. Wrap the toes over the bar. Squeeze the glutes and bounce the heels off the mat. Keep focusing on the breathing in and out through the nose. 4 more, and 3, and 2, and 1. take a nice deep breath in. I want you to circle the arms up next to the ears and squeezing and tucking. I want you to roll down through the spine and you're going to bounce the upper body. Make sure your head is nice and relaxed. I want you to step in front of your bar. Relax your chin to your chest so you're not there with the head. You're lengthening over the back line of the body. Take your bar in your hands, bend the knees if you need to, and now bring the bar onto your back. And I want you to massage over the glutes. You can change the position of your hands so the palms are facing in, and you're getting a nice, you can apply a nice amount of pressure to that release. Massage over the glutes, and now I want you to move up into the back, a little bit over the rib cage and into that lower back. So focusing on the back line of the body. Relax the upper body. Let's do the same thing to the other side. So you're massaging over the glutes to start. Up and down. Over the glutes. We'll get to the hamstrings just now. And move up into that lower back. A little bit over the rib cage. Right into the waist as well. Into that little groove there, around that area. Now let's extend the arms, the bar you're holding onto the bar, and just bounce that upper body a little bit more. As you take a nice deep breath in, I want you to squeeze your glutes and breathe in and uncurl. Good. From there, you want to change the position of your hands. So the thumb is pointing out to start. I want you to rotate so the little finger is pointing out to the side. And again, from there, you're going to rotate and circle the arms forward. Take a nice deep breath in and open up. Your range of movement might only be to a point, especially if you've got any issues in the shoulders. So just move the arms up as far as you can. If that's your range of movement, don't push it too far. You can take the hands right to either side of the bar, a little bit easier. The closer the hands are, the more challenging it's going to be. But make sure you're not compromising the position of the shoulders on one side. You might keep the hands nice and wide apart. Get that movement into the shoulders. Open up. Good. Let's do another 2. Nice deep breath in. Open up. And breathe out. And the last one. And bend the elbows. Bring the bar onto the occiput ridge. So right at the base of the skull. And I want you to push the bar or into the occiput ridge as you nod the head from side to side. Good. You're now going to, like you would if you were riding a motorbike, almost like you're revving the handlebars. Rotate the wrists and massage down one side of the neck, and then move over to the other side of the neck. Do it again, move up and over to the other side, work right around that area. And change sides again, move over to the other side. Now bring the bar behind the shoulder blades. Open up across the chest. We're going back to the feet. So I want you to now lift your big toes. Push your little toes down into the mat. Now change the position. Drop your big toes into the mat. Little toes are lifted. Be careful that you're not rolling in on the ankles. You want to try and steady out and even out the weight there. In the foot, obviously it differs in the toes, and change. So you want to keep all four corners of the foot, the heel and the front of the foot on the mat. And change again. Big toes down, little toes up. Good, let's do another 2. Bring the big toes up, little toes down. And another one. Good. Let's get back into that movement in the upper body. I want you to reach and stretch. Have a nice big yawn. Open up. So when we talk about standing up and resetting, when you work at a computer behind a desk all day, it's a good idea to pandiculate, to get up and move and stretch and yawn and get that movement back into the body. Reach around and really have a nice big stretch. Open up again and yawn. Release again all that tension in the jaw, which leads down into the neck and the shoulders. Good. From there, I want you to come forward into a lunge position. So if you want to use your right leg, and I'll mirror you, we're going to take the bar onto the quadriceps. You can bounce that left leg at the back and bounce there, bounce. Make sure you're tucking the tailbone under, so you're feeling that stretch in the front of the hip. Don't lean forward. I want you to bend the back knee, keep the body nice and upright. Rather than leaning into it, you want to keep the body tall and massage over the quadriceps. Good. From that position, I want you to rotate the bar, bring it underneath onto the hamstrings. And again, you're bouncing into that movement. Try to keep the body as tall as possible and massage over the hamstrings. You can move up into the glutes as well. We released those a little bit earlier, and focusing on lengthening and stretching those hamstrings out. 3, 2, and 1. Standing on the foot in front, I want you to bring your bar up and over to that side. Lift the left foot, and we're bouncing. As you bounce over to the right side, I want you to drop the left hip and pull the knee across behind the right leg. Bounce into that lateral stretch. Bounce. 10 more. And 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it in that and reach the bar even further. Drop the heel. So you can slightly turn the front foot out and push the heel down. So you are at a bit of a diagonal, turning the foot out and the heel out there. And bounce. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold it here. Round the spine. Breathe into the left side. Open up. Circle the bar as far back as you can go. Let's do another one. And a nice deep breath in. Open up. We'll leave it there for now. You're going to come back, or you're going to come down onto your left knee, and your right foot is forward in front. We're going to continue with this lateral stretch down the left lateral side, and you're going to bounce into it. Bounce for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Release the bar for now. Come forward into your lunge position. So I'm going to turn to face the side. So this side will be easier. And both hands in front of you on the mat in front of you, or the floor in front of you. You're going to lengthen through into that nice front quadricep stretch. Keeping the left hand on the mat, you're going to extend the same arm as that front foot, that right, and you're going to reach that elbow up. So immediately you're retracting the shoulder blade, pulling it up, and look up and bounce into that rotation. Follow that hand into a nice open rotation. Good. Let's drop down. Same hand as the foot is going to push down next to the foot. The elbow and the shoulder opening up there. Opening up that knee so it's not falling in. Now, open up and extend that elbow, then lengthen that arm and bounce for 2, 3, and 4. Release the hand down to the floor. Same thing again. I want you to open up, so we're rotating back to the first side. Bend the elbow, extend the arm, and bounce for 2, 3, and 4. Bend the elbow back to center. Change to the same and open up. Lengthen and pulse. 2, 3, 4. Bend and release. We're going to do another 2 sets. Opposite side and reach. 2, 3, 4. Bend and over to the other side. Extend up and pulse. 2, 3, and 4. Bend that elbow, drop down. Opposite now, push down, open up and extend. Pulse. 2, 3, and 4. Bend that elbow, drop down, opening up and extend that elbow, reach, pulse. 2, 3, 4. Release that hand. Now you're going to take the same hand as the knee. I want you to rotate the foot open, pushing the hand onto the knee. And I want you to take the opposite shoulder towards that knee, but you're going to bounce the knee open with that hand. Now this, I want you to progress from this movement. If you can, you're going to rotate onto that supporting leg, onto the side of the foot, and rotate right there, and now bounce, opening up that knee. So if you see me from this angle, you're lifting, if you can, that supporting leg off the knee, and you're pulsing into that rotation. Bounce, bounce. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. From there, drop back onto your knee, and I want you to move into an arch position. So arching, hollowing out that lower back, focusing on the hamstrings again. You're bouncing the bum back. The hands are inside that front foot, and you're bouncing back into that lunge. Keep going. Nice extended spine, lengthening out, opening up into the pelvis. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back forward, so transfer the weight slightly in. We're curling the back toes under. You're lifting up off that knee, pushing into a down dog. Spread the hands out and bounce the chest up and down. We're going to move from side to side. So I'm going to give you 2 different options. You can step forward into your lunge and then push back to down dog. Step forward to the other lunge. Otherwise, from the knees, bring your upper body up. You're going to lunge forward and bring your knees side by side, your foot back. Lunge to the other side. So 2 choices. Let's move from those down dogs into those lunges. Lift up and take it back. Step the foot forward. And again, so we're back into that lunge, that down dog position. Change legs, push the heels down as much as you can in that down dog. Step the other foot forward, nice flat back, lengthen out. Let's go back to down dog and step the other foot forward. Release the, and curl the toe. Good, again, curl the toe, push back and step forward. Open up into that nice flat back. Let's do another one. Push back and into lunge. Open up and lengthen out. Come back into your down dog position, and I want you to try and bring the feet up to the hands. If you need to bend the knees or take the hands to the feet, you can do that. Relax the upper body. Again, take hold of that stick or that bar, uncurl through the spine. Taking a nice deep breath in as you come up. Let's have a quick drink of water, and then we're going to move over to the other side. So you'll do your left, I'll mirror you and do my right. Make sure you keep that body well hydrated. Keep that water handy. Okay, we're going to step the other foot forward into our lunge position and take the bar, and we're going to massage over those quadriceps. So you can change the position of the hands, but putting the palms facing down will get a lot more resistance or a little bit more pressure into that area. Move all the way around. 4, 3, make sure you're bending the back knee and tucking under so you're activating and actually activating the glutes and stretching those quadricep muscles in the front. Let's take the bar under the hand, under the thigh, and again the change of the hand position so you can get a little bit more pressure into that release of the hamstrings. Move over the glutes as well and along the front of the thigh. Keep at the back of the thigh. Keep the body nice and tall and lunge into that position. So bend well into the back knee. Tuck under as much as you can and bounce. Good. Keep going. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's take the bar and bring it over to that, it'll be your left side, and you're going to bounce, bounce. Keep going into that bounce and lift the back foot. And now we're going to drop the knee, take it behind the supporting leg, and bounce those arms over towards the supporting leg. Nice extended lateral stretch. Keep going. As you reach, I want you to breathe in to that lateral side. Release. 4 more. And 3. And 2. And 1. Hold it and drop the foot behind. The heel drops. You're slightly rotating and you can open up that front foot and then bounce into that. So not only are you getting lateral slightly into that hip, over the front of the hip. Keep going. 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Good. From there we're going to rotate and breathe in, open up. And again, rotate. And breathe in, open up. Do another 2, rotate, breathe in, open up, and another 1. And breathe in, open open up. We're stepping down, back into our lunge position. Continue with a nice lateral movement there, nice stretch there. Good. Keep going. 2 and 1. Hold it here. Rotate around. Oops. Focus on the glutes to help you stabilize yourself. Breathe in. Again, squeeze the glutes, drop down, and circle around. Breathe in, open up. Replace the bar onto the mat. In our lunge position, I'll take you from the side. Let's take the opposite hand onto the mat and reach, same arm as the leg. Open up, extend the arm and bounce. 2, 3, 4. Bend the elbow, release it. Push the knee back with the elbow and the arm. Open up, extend that arm. You're going to have to challenge your stabilizers in this movement. So keep squeezing the glutes, drop down and release. Let's open up again to the same side. Reach, bounce. 2, 3, 4. Bend the elbow, release, and open up. Extend and bounce. 2, 3, 4. Drop down. We've got another 2 sets. Breathe in and extend and bounce. 2, 3, 4. Bend and release. Breathe in, open up and extend. Bounce. 2, 3, 4. Last set. Open up and reach. 2, 3, 4. Release. Last side. Nice deep breath in. Extend and bounce. 2, 3, 4. Good. Come back onto both hands. You can stay on the back knee if you want to. Open up that front foot. You're going to rotate towards that knee, and you're going to take the hand onto the knee and push the knee open. So you can lift up off the instep and push that knee open, getting a nice rotation into that hip. Second choice option, you can rotate and extend that lift, that supporting leg, drop onto the side of the foot and bounce. Again, opening up into that stretch. Bounce that knee back. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Release and come back onto the foot, opening up into the pelvis and bounce the hips back into that stretch. Bounce. Open up there. Good. Pulse it. And let's release onto the knees and come into a seated position. Bring the soles of the feet together. Sit up nice and tall. Keeping the toes together. Imagine they are taped together. You can bring the hands behind you. You're going to extend the legs out. What I want you to do is to keep the toes together, so don't let them separate. Keep the toes in that position. Lengthen the feet out. Get a nice stretch. See the change in the arch of the foot. And bring the feet back. And again. Lengthen out. And bring the feet back. Good. Keep going. Lengthen out. And bring the feet back. Let's do another 2. Lengthen out. And bring the feet back. And one more time. Lengthen out. And bring the feet back. Coming into that seated position again, I want you to drop over to one side, doesn't matter which side. we're going to release that deep core line. So you're going to bring the thumbs onto the lateral side, should I say the deep core line, the inside of the shin. Thumbs are together and working behind the shin bone, loosening up that soft tissue, that myofascial tissue along the inside of that bone. So move the thumbs up towards the knee. Move the thumbs back down towards the ankle. Move them back up to the knee and finish off in this area. Let's take the bar and you're going to massage over the inside of that thigh on those adductors. Pushing down a nice deep pressure. Now I want you to take the bar and massage over this area over here. Massaging over the lateral side of the leg, behind the hip bone, underneath the hip bone, on the hip flexor. So just a nice amount of pressure there. Move the bar around and put it right into the glutes there. And over the hip flexor, the front of the thigh there. Let's release the bar. You're now going to come into a rotation with that knee. So keep the foot on the mat. And I want you to bounce that knee up and down. So we're working a little bit into the glutes there. Sitting nice and tall again for 10 and 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the knee onto the mat. Now the foot lifts. You're probably not going to get a big range of movement, but just lifting and lowering. So we're getting that inward rotation in the hip. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Lean the body forward, so taking the hands onto the mat, a light weight in the hands, maybe just onto the fingertips. Now lift the knee, and we're going to move that leg in and open up, and in and open up. For 10, tuck and open. 8, bring the knee to the elbow, and now tuck. 7 and 6 and 5, 4 more, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the foot onto the floor, push that knee back, take the hand or the arm and push the knee back, opening up. At the same time, you want to push the hip forward and push the knee back. Okay, and I stretch along those inner thigh muscles. Drop the knee. Let's go over to the other side. Repeat the same thing. I want you to take the thumbs onto the inside of that shin bone. Thumbs are side by side, and you're massaging up behind the bone along the soft tissue. So you're moving up and down. If you're not wearing pants, if you've got shorter leggings on, you can take the thumbs and slide them up and down. Massage there. Little circular motions will also get a nice release into that area. And keep focusing on that breathing. deep pressure there, as much as you can handle, to release this line of the body. Connected to the diaphragm, this deep core line, from the arch of the foot over the diaphragm, up and over the neck as well. Let's take the bar, bring it onto the adductors, the inner thigh, and massage up and down that leg. Let's apply a nice deep pressure there. 3, again, the palms are facing down. You can also roll a little bit into that release. And when you're ready, bring the bar onto the front of that back leg, massaging the the hip flexor, and along the quads, along the front of the thigh. Move over the glutes, applying a nice deep pressure there over the glutes, and just underneath the hip bone on the lateral side of the leg. I want you to work into that TFL, which is the start of that iliotibial band that runs down the lateral side of the leg. A nice deep pressure there. Keep going, releasing that entire area. And let's release the bar. Bring the hands close to the body. That foot is helping you anchor there. So stay on the side, on the instep of that back foot, and rotate for 2, 3, 4. Keep that front knee down. 5 and 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Drop the knee. The foot lifts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Getting that inward rotation. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring the hands in front of that front leg, and let's bring the knee in and out. Tuck it in. Breathe in, open. For 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. The more you use the head, the more you use that upper body, the more you're going to contract those abdominal muscles. 6. Keep going. 7, 8, 9. Contracting around. Good. Let's bring the foot onto the floor behind you. Use the arm, the hand. Push that knee back and really open up. Come back into your seated position, and just a little bit of rocking of the knees from side to side, side to side. I want you to come back into that previous position we were in. We're going to come into our down dog, so just seeing how much more movement we have. So let's take the foot back to the front, so the hands are on the inside of that foot. Open up and bounce into that nice hamstring stretch. And your 2 options, you can curl the toes under, push back into your down dog, step back to lunge. Your other option is to come up and then bring the knees together and step into the lunge. Bring the knees together and step into the lunge. Good. So let's come into your option and into that down dog position or onto the knees. Step the foot forward. Let's open up. Step back. Lunge forward. Pull the tailbone back. Get that hamstring stretch. Down dog position. Knee down. Pull back to hamstring stretch. Back down dog. to hamstring stretch. Keep going. Push back, forward, stretch. Push back, forward, stretch. Knees back, forward, stretch. Keep going. 4, 3, 2 more. 1, pull back. Last one, stretch, pull back. Step back into down dog and walk through the feet. Hold that down dog position and bounce the upper body. Good. Drop down onto the knees. Uncurl the toes, pull back into your child's pose. Walk your hands slightly forward on the mat. From here, we're going to move into a push-up position. You're going to stay on the knees. You're going to slide the body forward, just over the mat, and then lengthen, pushing up into your cobra position. That's semi-cobra, so you can stay on the knees, drop the upper body down, pull back into your child's pose, and lengthen out. Take a nice deep breath in here. Slide your body just above the mat, and pull back and lengthen out. Squeezing those shoulder blades together at the back, dropping the shoulders down. Drop the chest forward, and pull back. Let's do another 2. Nice deep breath in. Bend the elbows, chest just above the mat, and pull up. Good, let's lower down. And pull yourself back. We're going to do another 1. Nice deep breath in. And hold it in this position, resting the upper body, and I want you to look from side to side. From side to side. Drop down onto the chest, bring the forehead onto the hands, and wiggle the hips from side to side. Bring the feet together. Rest the forehead on the mat, link your hands behind your back and squeeze your shoulder blades together. Take a nice deep breath in. Pull the hands as far back as you can. Lift up and lengthen. Breathe out and release. Again, imagine someone's pulling your hands back. You're taking a nice deep breath in, squeezing the glutes, pull back and stretch. Lower down and release. 1 more nice deep breath in. And lower down and release. Let's bring the forehead back onto the hands. Wiggle the hips from side to side. Release any tension in the spine and up into the neck. Hands next to the chest, tuck your chin, round your spine, pull back into that child's pose. Slide the fingers towards the knees and then take a nice deep breath in. Circle the shoulders up and back. Link the hands behind the back, squeeze the shoulder blades together and nod the head from side to side. Let's swing the arms around the body. And shake everything out. Come back into your seated position. And 1 last deep breath in. And breathe out. Well done, and thank you for joining me.